Well, folks, Kieran here. Today I am in South Wigston Skatepark for the latest instalment after a long break of my Leicestershire skatepark tour. I'm trying to go to every single skate park in the county of Leicestershire where I live. And yeah, today we're at South Wigston. There's a real menacing cloud behind, so I'm just going to crack on. I can really feel some rain. If you've not seen one of these before, it's dead simple. I'll give you a little tour of the park, show you what there is. I'll have a bit of a skate, and at the end I kind of, not review it, but just sort of, you know, tell you whether I liked it or not and whether I would come back. But I'm not just scoring them or anything like that at all, because, you know, what some people like, what I like about park can be completely different to other people. So yeah, let me show you around and then crack on with some skating. So one end of the park kicks off with this flat bank, flat bar, nice low mani pad, ledge, slightly taller ledge into this quarter pipe here. The ground on this bit is particularly smooth. So yeah, that's really cool. Nice back and forth section. Over here they've built what I assume they want to have a sort of like a little beginner section, quarter pipe, flank bank, and one of these tiny little quarter pipes that I'm sure someone thought was a great idea, but look at the whip on that. That thing's a beast. Turn around, half pipe, mini ramp sort of thing. I'm not touching that. And then it all sort of flows together, so you've got hips and the quarter pipe on that side, bit of a bank, proper hip here, nice low hubber. Banks, this thing that's been filled in with tarmac by the looks of it, so as it's cracked. Banks, and another pop-up ledge there. So yeah, all in all, looks like a pretty sick park, I think, to be honest. Like, I don't know, my guess is it's been around a while. The ground is tarmac rather than concrete, so it's not super smooth, but it's fine. It's more than skateable. So it is fucking hell. It's starting to rain already. I'm going to try and get some skating in on the things that are, like, there's certain things like I'm not going to touch anything over there. My transition skills are really poor at the moment. I might have a roll around on these banks, but let's be honest, mainly I'm going to have a little play on the hip, and then I'm going to have a play over that. This section just looks, this is such a great idea, just a back and forth runway with ledges and stuff like that. I will warn you, I haven't skated for probably a week and a half. I've been full of cold, still feel like crap, and I've got one ear that's not working, so I'm not expecting my skating to be great today. I'm definitely not going to push myself. This is going to be a nice chilled out session, which is a shame, to actually think that this park there's a bunch of stuff I'm like, oh, like if I was feeling it I could try that, so might have to come back to this one. But yeah, let's stop chatting and start skating. There we go. Oh, missed it. Oh, fuck off. that's going to be it for South Wigston Skatepark. A fun little park. I kept it real safe and simple with my skating today, people. I'm not feeling great. I could only hear out of one of my ears, so the whole thing was kind of throwing me. It rained partway through the session as well, so yeah, I just stuck to stuff that I knew I could get, and so I'm just breaking myself back in gently. I do want to go back and 50-50 the hubber over the hip. It's sort of just really low and inviting. I wanted to hit that today, but I knew as soon as I started skating, I was like, oh, do you know what, everything just feels a little bit off, and it's just probably just a bit too much risky and probably a bit much for me today, so we'll go back for that at some point. As for the park generally, it's a cool little park. The end with the 2 ledges and the flat bar is fantastic. Like, you can have so much fun just going back and forth hitting those. The rest of it is a little crusty and the transitions are a little awkward. It's a funny one. Like, if I had that park as a kid, I'd be stoked. It would easily have been the best park in the area. But nowadays, with so many like full concrete amazing parks around, it just becomes one of those like good not great parks. So it takes about half an hour drive to get there, and it's a bit of an awkward drive. So apart from, like I said, I do want to go back for that 50-50 over the hubber, over the hip, sorry. Apart from that, I probably wouldn't find myself going back there very often. But if it was my local, if it was 10 minutes away, I'd probably go just to skate the 2 ledges that are in a line instead. Front side and back side, it's perfect. So yeah, cool park, definitely worth a visit if you're in the area. I want to give a shout out to a kid called Liam, who I met whilst I was there. He was a skater from the local college. He just came out for a roll around on his break, so proper nice kid. Shout out to Liam. So nice to meet you today, mate. Hopefully catch you around at some point. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for South Wigston Skatepark. It's good to get back on the Leicestershire Skatepark tour videos. There'll be another one coming up soon. Like I said, I want to try and rattle through a bunch of them this spring, summer, weather permitting. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.